What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
From comedians recounting their scariest paranormal experiences,
doorman there and a phone. He did the phones with me back in the day, and he performed in the belly room. Now I'm sitting in the green room. I look away and I look at Pete, and his spine broke.
What?
Yeah, and he slammed his head on that ceiling.
to pondering the existence of ghosts altogether.
I feel like we don't know enough about the world to be like ghosts aren't real, but I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't real and I'm dumb.
Ghosts seem to be in places where people die violently, like the Comedy Store is a good example of that. The Comedy Store used to be Ciro's nightclub, so it was owned by Bugsy Siegel. So for sure, somebody got whacked.
This video contains a few of the spookiest, funniest, and most unbelievable ghost stories told by comedians on podcasts, starting off with the Are You Garbage Fellas taking a trip to the way back with Ryan Sickler.
I get scared of things. I get scared at night, get feelings and stuff like that. But, I don't know whether I believe in ghosts or not. One night, I'm probably in my 20s. It's in the spring. So the only explanation, like scientific explanation I could have, it was a little bit windy. The trees had just blossomed, so all the leaves were like that light green, and there was a full moon, and it was like shimmering. But that wasn't what it was. Just driving home from my buddy's house, completely sober, no weed, no nothing. Coming down my parents' street, and right before my parents' house was this other house that a guy lived in there for years. This guy, Vic, old guy, lived there. Eventually, he passed on and gave it to his daughter. And this was maybe 5 years after he had passed. I'm coming down. It's like midnight, slow roll down the street. I look up and there's a red pickup truck sitting in front of their house, which I'd never seen before. It's an old red like Ford pickup truck, red with the white wheels. You know what I'm talking about? And there's a guy standing there looking into just leaning over, looking into the driver's side door. And he was kind of wearing white. You know what I mean? And he looked kind of like a cloud was looking into it, but he was there. But then all of a sudden as I started getting closer, he literally went from there to like 3 houses down and then back in like just boom, like what? And he's there and then he's there. And I'm like, what the f-? But as I'm getting really close, he's standing. There's somebody standing there looking in this window. And I drive by it. And as I actually drive by it, I look over and he's gone. And I slow down to a point, and I look to my left, and remember Predator when he was, I swear to God. You remember Predator when he was cloaked?
Yes, he could.
Exactly like that.
You could still see him, but it was invisible.
Exactly like that. Walked right by my driver's side door and just looked in at me. And I was stunned. And I'm the biggest in the fucking world. I told you, scared of Santa Claus, scared of the Easter Bunny. Wasn't scared at all, but I was like tingling. Like I felt like something was happening, but I was not scared. It was crazy.
Did you get out to see what he was looking at in the car?
Stunned.
Truck?
Pulled into my parents' driveway, and I'm like literally, what the fuck was that? I walked down to the end of the driveway, and I'm just looking around, and then all of a sudden, there's a house that's catty corner, like picture if that was reverse, and they had light shining up against their house with like a flagpole. And I swear to God, man, this thing just appeared, like out of the darkness.
What thing? The guy
the
again?
The guy, cloaked, but, like in the shimmer. And looked back at me like that, and then just walked into the darkness and was gone. Swear to God. And I stood there for like a minute, not scared, because I remember thinking to myself, how the f*** are you not running right now? Why aren't you scared? And I walked into my parents' house in a daze. Didn't even close the door, just walked in, walked right upstairs, opened their door, and middle of the night, I'm like, hey. And they're both like, what? What's up? I'm like, I just saw a ghost. And they're like, get the f*** out of here. But strangest thing ever.
Again, boy.
Trying to catch a piece of your mom. You're coming in and gumming up the works with your ghost stories.
I feel like we don't know enough about the world to be like ghosts aren't real, but I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't real and I'm dumb.
What would
Let's
you
just put
see
it
at
like
your
that.
dad's house with Jimmy?
Oh, dude, it would move. It would move in a way that you're
That
like,
was the ducks.
yeah, or Tough Cat.
You got a motorized bed sheet flying around this place.
I'm f***ing with the kid, but like I remember like a door opened and slammed shut, and both my dad and Jim were asleep, and I was sleeping on the couch, and it like didn't open like the wind opened it. It opened like whoop, bam, and I was like, oh shit. And then the next night I was like, I told my dad, and he goes, yeah, there's some stuff that happens here.
Dude, I would have been. First of all,
I went back to my grandma's. I think that was like the night or two before I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go stay at Nana's. I don't
100%.
want to sleep here anymore.
I'm getting up that night.
I didn't sleep that night.
Dude, I'm turning every light in the
That
house
was the
on, and
TV was on.
I'm screaming.
I remember
Everybody get up.
Yeah,
I
no
remember-
one's sleeping
No,
till
put the coffee
till
on.
sunrise.
it was the door to the kitchen.
Might as well make a little
It was
breakfast.
Why is
too.
everything better during the day?
I don't know, man.
Hey,
but
dude, the second that sun breaks, woo,
that's
scary.
That's I honestly fell asleep at like 7 in the
Yeah.
morning, and my dad woke up and I was like, the door slammed. He goes, now that happens, and you're like,
Nah.
what's this?
Hey, man,
casual
how about
behavior?
a heads up?
Yeah, you want to tell your child, your 12-year-old boy, where mystical happens to kids all the time? It was wild, dude. That was like a visit, like I said, highest of highs, lowest of lows.
I've said this before, but I stayed at my buddy's house, and his great aunt was staying there, and she had night terrors.
Oh, that's a haunting in itself.
Dude, she would go, you just hear down the hallway,
No,
and I was like, dude, give me a fucking heads up.
My
Hey,
buddy-
somebody's really giving it to her, huh?
Yeah. Damn, all right, get it, auntie. You just like hear that clapping noise.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm a huge ghost guy.
Are you scared of them or are you intrigued by them?
I'm depending on like the scenario. When we were leaving the hotel, I was like looking around. I was like, where the fuck
Did you
are these-
sleep?
I slept fine.
Okay.
Because I was exhausted, but I was the only, like, I was like looking up
Yeah.
on my phone about
That's-
the ghosts, and my friends were like, dude, you're fucking retarded. This is
What did you
insane."
find? What happened at
There
the
was
accident?
a ghost. Emily was the most common one. It was like a little girl who died at the hotel.
Yeah.
That one was like, apparently you see her all the time. And then there was another one that gets in bed with you. There
Like,
was like
to or just
to like lay down. There was like multiple reports of like couples being asleep in bed, and then if someone got in between them in bed.
Excuse me? Excuse me? I wonder if that would be me as a ghost. There you go. You guys don't mind, huh?
I gotta
You guys-
lay down.
You guys down
My
with the
back
lifestyle?
is killing me.
Sorry, haunting really takes it out of me.
Nobody's gonna believe this. This is actually true.
That's the type of story I love to hear.
I was in my room, and
Oh, boy.
How long ago?
I was in high school.
Okay.
Because I remember being like, I'm not a bitch. Like, I'm not an idiot. There aren't ghosts. And my fucking light would not stop flickering. So I ripped it out of the wall. I unplugged it, and it still kept flickering. And I flipped out, and I dragged it into my mom's room. And I was like, Mom, this won't stop flickering. And I remember the next day, like, being like, it wouldn't stop flickering. So I just, like, left it by her bed and then went back to, and she was like, just leave it. And I went back to my room. And the next day, she, like, told me that it's like not possible for it to flicker, and it wasn't flickering at all, and that wasn't happening. This is in the same house that we ripped open the floorboards, and we found these love letters that were written in Spanish going back and forth between this guy and this woman, and they were in love with each other. And then the guy finally was like, I'm married, I can't be with you. And she was like, if you really mean this, I'm gonna poison myself. And he was like, I'm so sorry. And we got them all, like, we donated them to the Ithaca Historical Society, and then we found like an ancient bottle of Ithaca poison. And then all this freaky shit happened in that house. My buddies, at one point, 2 of them, we were in the kitchen, and they both went like, whoa. And I was like, what? And they're like, just something was over there. And they said that they saw, quote, a frantic white thing scurry across my, I did not see it, but these 2 dudes who are my buddies in high school said they both were like, hey, man, I fucking
Have you ever looked up like that address?
And the scariest thing, sorry, in my mom's house now, which is the scariest house ever. It's so scary because she's building a development around it, and it's like this old farmhouse. Dude, this fucked me up. I can't believe I forgot about this. I woke up to a bang that was so loud in my closet that I was fully like 28 at this point, like a full ass adult, that I was like, that there's something in the closet. Like, there's no way I'm going to open the door and it's not going to be like a chupacabra or something. You know what I mean? So I opened the door and nothing is there, but there's this horrifying black and white tiny photo stuck. Like, if this is the shelf, it's stuck a little behind the shelf of this little boy with a backpack on, like a old school, and his eyes are like, you know, it's the tintype photo, so they're all fucking terrifying. Oh my God. And we have no idea where that photo came from, but the noise was so loud. And then it was just,
You haven't looked up anything for either place?
No, because both of them, one, in the first one, it's that bitch probably killed herself. Who cares? Or not, or just was being dramatic like a borderline 1800s bitch.
No, I mean more like people that lived there before you. Maybe they had similar experiences. I feel like that would be validating.
No, I never am scared of it. If there's a ghost, it's okay. I don't believe in ghosts. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't believe in it so much that I'm like, these are scary things. But the circuitry in the lamp was f***ed, and there something fell behind the closet that was like from a rat or something like that. But I don't believe in anything supernatural. I do have like a sensation of sometimes having a little slight visits with dead people, like a little bit where you're like, oh shit, there you are. You know what I mean? But that's like the most woo-woo I'll ever get.
I'm staying at the Omni Hotel. I have the craziest fucking dream ever, man. I'm in the Arctic. I'm in a tent. I'm with my girlfriend. Now, I hear a thump outside the tent. Big loud thump. Unzip the tent, go out. Laying in the snow, there's a body bag. Like a body bag fell out of the sky. Because it's a dream, of course. I go and unzip the body bag. Now, in the body bag, I'm sorry, Pete, it obviously wasn't Pete Holmes, but in the body bag, it looks like Pete Holmes, right? There's this fucking cadaver in there with a note shoved in its pocket. It stands up. Somehow I'm not terrified. I'm reading the note in its pocket. This motherfucking cadaver has written a love letter to my girlfriend. I get so mad that I grab the cadaver who's alive, looks like Pete Holmes, and like escort him out of the Antarctica, shove him out of the dream, essentially, right? Dreams like that, they follow you around a little bit. So I felt kind of weird that day, but that night, we're at the bar, just getting drinks, talking to the bartender, and I said to her, this is New Orleans, you know, it's a spooky city. Do you have any ghost stories about the hotel? She goes, you want me to tell you the one we're not supposed to tell guests? I'm like, yeah. Well, as it turns out, that hotel was the hotel that this dude who chopped up his girlfriend during Hurricane Katrina jumped off of with a suicide note in his pocket. Like, what the fuck?
The comedy
store.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Have you ever seen chairs move?
I hate that I have, but I did see a little something one time. It was the crazy. I hate that I saw it because it makes you sound crazy.
What? Just always tell the truth.
It's one of those wacky things where you're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And it hits you differently than you think it would when it happens. And I don't even know. Maybe it wasn't. It could have been anything. But it's funny because everybody, especially when you work there, especially when you work there all day and all night like I was when I got there at 22 years old, the whole first year or so, I was looking for one and hoping to see one. You know, I'm not stoned every night, looking around the corners, feeling creeped out. I'd be the one that shut off the lights in the rooms and you'd be looking and you didn't see anything. And then one day, middle of the damn day, sun blazing, it's like 1, 2, 3 p.m., somewhere in there. And I took a break from the phones to go smoke a cigarette. So you have to walk like down a hall and through the dark belly room because all those lights are off during the day. And when I broke the pathway into the belly room, there was just a weird feeling that happened. And then this human height looking jellyfish, like vibrating, kind of see-through, but like, it's kind of, I don't even know how to describe, kind of jellyfish-esque, just this weird blob.
A ghost.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it.
Stop
I know.
beating around the bush.
I know, it
Look,
drives me crazy.
If it happened to happen in Costello, I believe it. If it happened to the Bowery Boys, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah. And
you froze or you...
Froze, and then I walked away. You would think you would run.
Right.
But you don't feel
But it did
running.
stay there the whole time?
Yeah.
It didn't go first.
It didn't go first.
Well, I think that says something about the ghost.
It looked like there wasn't like a face to it or anything.
Right.
But it looked like the way it moved, it seemed like it was surprised to see me as I was to see it. Later that night, the house piano player of 35 years or whatever, Jeff Scott, we always had a tradition where right before we opened the doors, because I would switch from being a phone guy to the front door guy at 7:30 or whatever, we'd set up the chairs, he would set up his piano, his keyboard and everything and get the room right, and we'd have the room right, and then we'd go smoke a bowl. We'd come back to the original room and open the doors, and I'd see people, and he'd be playing the fucking ragtime on the piano. The exact same day that I saw whatever the hell I saw, we're going to smoke. He's walking ahead of me. He walks through the bar. We're going to the back to Sacred Ground, that little alleyway. He gets ahead of me because I'm saying hi to a waitress in the bar area, and then by the time I'm almost to that door, he's walking by me, now this direction, like he had seen a ghost. And I go, Jeff, where are you going? We're smoking. He goes, whoa, and he snaps out of it, and he goes, dude, I just saw something crazy. I go, what did you see? And I'm fucking tripping in my head because I literally am going, please don't fucking say a white kind of blobby jellyfish looking thing.
Well, actually, it's better if it's just one.
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
It was.
So it was the same ghost.
Same exact thing, except this time it was outside and it moved how he said that my thing moved, which was kind of like...
Look, the other thing it could be is an alien.
Main room, green room specifically.
Yeah, that to me, because I spent a lot of time there with Kiltony and stuff, and I feel the most presence, because I used to get there first before anybody, and just play my trumpet in there, and I could like feel people like listening.
Do you know the old? Okay, so you know in the main room, green room, you know the double doors for the bathroom. You know it's like
Yep.
swing doors. I'm not kidding. Ron Funches had left, and I was sitting there on my phone, and nobody could have been. Nobody was in there. It's not like he had been in the bathroom. We were sitting on the couch together, and I'm not kidding. Like
So he already left.
Ron did. I was in there alone, and it gave me the biggest creeps. And I went up there and I looked in there. It gave me the creeps.
Yeah.
I've been in there multiple times and felt weird shit in there.
Pete Gray.
What?
You don't know the story of Pete Gray?
No.
Oh my God. So Pete Gray used to be a doorman there, and he did the phones with me back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he performed in the belly room one night, and he's walking down from the belly room to the green room. Now I'm sitting in the green room, right? And I look away and I look at Pete, and his spine broke.
What?
Yeah, and he slammed his head on that ceiling.
On what ceiling?
In the hallway.
Oh shit!
Right?
Like he had hit it.
Yeah, and he said I was levitated up and I hit my thing. Yeah, he had to get surgery and shit.
What?
And then he got addicted to drugs from the surgeries, and he never did comedy again.
Shut the fuck up.
Pete Gray.
Whoa.
Let's get him on the show.
I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him since then.
He doesn't want to be anywhere near the Comedy Store ever.
I don't know. And then I think he sued the store.
Wow.
And I think he got some money.
How much?
I don't know.
Let's guess.
Comedy Store?
Yeah.
$3.
That's what people say a lot about the Comedy Store is like they've seen weird shit, and I don't know how much I buy into all of it.
Yeah.
It is fucking spooky. Like there's a lot of times where they'll close down one of the rooms completely pitch black, and like I'll have to go grab something, and it's definitely fucking eerie. And I've never seen a ghost or anything there, but the very weird thing happened recently that I don't know how to put it in any other words other than it's weird and spooky. So this guy came in and wanted to park in the lot, and you have to be a paid regular to park in the parking lot. And he's like, "Oh, I'm a paid regular," and nobody knows who this guy is. Literally, like nobody working, none of the comedians there. The manager, GM, he's like, "I've been here 20 plus years. I've never seen this guy in my entire life."
Yeah.
And then finally, he like gets Chris Spencer. You know, this older comic works a lot with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I remember that guy. He Mitzi would put him up." 2 hours later, I'm grabbing somebody bought a shirt, so I'm grabbing a shirt. And I don't know if you know the layout as much of the Comedy Store, of like where the merch is, but it's like behind closed doors, and nobody's just walking back there unless it's like a big comedian trying to cut through to not get seen by the crowd. And then I looking for the shirt, and then I'm like, I gotta go to the back part, very very back. But in the little phones room in there's a drawer with the keys for the back thing. So then I go in there, open the drawer, and it's just like a million old papers and old lineups and bullshit. Like it's not organized at all. And so I go in there and I grab the keys, and there's a stack of paper, and then like on the the headshots on the wall, how they have the picture, and then there's a white strip, and then there's the name.
Yeah.
And then underneath these papers, there's a stack of papers, and only thing that's sticking out at the very, very bottom of this is the white strip of paper, and it has that guy's name on it.
Wow.
And so I was like, what the fuck? And so I move those papers, and I pull up the dusty headshot, and it's that guy.
No. I thought you were going to say he was in the back room where he was
truly, and that's what I told somebody that, and they were like, "What, did he go back there?" I was like, "Dude," I was like, nobody was back there."
That's insane.
And it's like I don't, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm not like a fucking. Ooh, I saw a fucking World War II ghost. Like I don't like Revolutionary War guy.
And you Google him and he's actually dead.
Yeah, and then truly never saw him before, never saw him since. And that's just, it's not like me seeing a ghost or like whatever, but it is.
It's a hell of a coincidence.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It's very fucking weird. And I brought the headshot to the office, and I was like, telling them, I was like, "So you've never seen that guy before?" He's like, "No." And I was like, explain to him, and I was like, "And in the drawer, this fucking head." And they're like, and then
you got to tell that around a campfire with a flashlight.
Yeah, they're like, literally, I told one of the managers, like, "Get that thing out of here." He's like, get that away from me.
Go burn it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, a ghost experience, 2 ghost experiences that I had there. One, we would have clairvoyants come in there every once in a while. Like once a year, a clairvoyant would come in and want to like try to communicate with the spirit of the place because it's a legendary haunted place. They're like, can we just walk through the building? I just want to see if I can communicate with the spirits here. And so we're walking through the building and they're doing the usual clairvoyant shit, which I'm pretty skeptical about, because it's like if you name a certain number of names, you're going to hit something. So the name stuff that they do, I don't know. I don't usually pay attention to it, like I'm sensing a William brothers, some kind of brothers. There was a thing, and also it's a researchable building. So it's like anything you say is not going to make me feel like it's proof of something if you're in a historic building. But that's the steps going up to the belly room. And there's like a sign at the bottom of the steps there. I think it's neon. She goes by that sign and stops and starts being like, oh, that's when she's saying it's brothers. There's some kind of, there's something happened. She's like, dude, it's straight out of Poltergeist shit. And that was pretty weird, but pretty good act. And then that sign, man, it starts going, zzz, 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 zzz. It's reacting to her. I'd never seen that sign do that. I saw it with my own eyes. Now what that was, I have no idea. But it creeped me out.
I mean, I know the Comedy Store is supposed to be paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
We hang out there a lot, but I didn't know about the Rainbow Room being one of the. I've been there a bunch. I didn't know it being a haunted spot.
I was there. This was like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago now, and I was there. I had a show at the Comedy Store, so I was just my wife and I and my agent were having like an early dinner, like a 5 o'clock dinner down at the Rainbow Room, and so it's pretty dead. It's like I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday. And we get there a little early. It's just my wife and I. We're waiting for Joe to show up. While we're waiting, I have to go use the bathroom. And then the bathroom's on the second floor. And it's that little tiny bathroom. It's like you walk in, no more than 2 urinals. Right when you walk in, they're right in front of you. Sink right there when you walk in. And I think just one stall on the left. So I go up there, it's dead. There were 2 people coming down the stairs when I went up. They did give me like a weird vibe, but so I was definitely a little bit of a different headspace. I'm like, what was that dude's energy? Felt weird. Could be just some weirdo LA guy. And but I go in the bathroom, nobody else is in the bathroom. As I'm using the urinal, I notice the hot water is on full blast in the sink. And I just thought that was weird because that's something I would notice walking in. Mm-hmm. And my personality, I would just turn it off. Like I know I would turn it off if I saw that. And what I thought was really unusual was there's steam coming up from the sink. And again, the way my brain works, I'm like, well, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Like you can't have your water that hot. Someone's gonna scald themselves and they're gonna come after you. So I'm having these thoughts. Finish using the bathroom, go shut off the hot water, or adjust, so I can wash my hands. And then I'm like, man, that was really hot. And I wanted to see if I could recreate it. I'm like, I'm just surprised that they would let the water get so fucking hot that steam would come off. So I put only the hot water on. I must have waited 30 seconds. It won't get anywhere near that hot. So that just feels weird. And it was just a weird kind of energy in the bathroom too. Started with that guy coming down the stairs, but it just still feels off. So I go downstairs and go back to our booth. And when the waitress comes by, I was like, hey, I've literally never asked somebody in my life this question. And I go, so sorry if it seems super weird, but is this place haunted? And she was like, without hesitation, she's like, oh yeah, super haunted. And I go, well, I was just upstairs in the bathroom. And then she stops me and she goes, and the hot water turned on by itself. Come on. And that gave me the chills. And because apparently then she says that's like a regular thing, one of numerous things that happens there. And so then I get chills now. So it wasn't like this huge thing. I didn't see some shadowy figure, didn't hear a disembodied voice. But for the life of me to this day, I can't figure out how that would happen other than the paranormal. Where it's like, why would she know that? Why is that a regular thing? And nobody was in the bathroom messing with me. Like there was no one else there. So I was trying to think
it's so small you would know for sure.
I would know.
Yeah.
And a few people I've told this story to were like, well, maybe they mess with the plumbing somehow downstairs. And I'm like, I know enough about plumbing. That's not a thing. Like you don't have some extra secret valve downstairs that overrides.
And it's also
the sink.
not the waitress or whatever saying, no, you're the first person to ever say this.
Right.
You didn't even need to tell her what you were saying.
The weird feeling, seeing that happen, her saying that all together, I'm like, there's something here.
There's definitely something.
Yep.
Oh, my least favorite thing is someone going, it's a dumb local comic.
Yeah.
Where'd they put you up? the Biltmore or some
Have you
shit.
met Nancy?
Did you see her yet? Shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
No one wants
What are you
it.
talking about?
Let it be pure.
Please leave
By
me
the way,
alone.
if I saw a ghost, I'm gonna mention
Oh.
it. I don't need you to
I'll
say
tell
it.
ya.
I'll tell you.
Yes, don't
Yeah.
tell me that I might
I
be.
stayed in that-
it could be spooky.
That hotel in Austin, I think.
Driscoll?
Gary Oldman, yeah, the Driscoll, I think is doing a documentary, the most LA thing I've ever said. I think Gary Oldman actually is doing a doc about it. Oh, God. You look back and I have a noose on my neck.
That's what really got them on the map. They start making tons of money from these books that they're selling. They do tours through the cities. They're like going on tour and being like, they're like doing medium tours. Like it's like crowd work, but for like ghosts. They'd be
Yeah.
like, who here has a family member that died? You in the back, you say a
Yeah.
bitch, stand up. You know,
Yeah.
like they were doing, I don't know why he was black in that, but it was.
How long have you guys been together?
Yeah. I'm sensing that somebody is fucking in the audience tonight.
Yeah.
My dog, I remember when we first moved there, the dog, little Silky Terrier, we were in the bed and I forgot that we had a dog because we just got it. And I'm in the bed and I'm like, I felt something. I'm like, dog, I think that there's a ghost. She's like, what? I'm like, there's a ghost. There's something in the room. I can feel it. She's like, what are you doing? I go, my leg is warm. My whole side of my leg is warm. There's like an apparition or something in the room.
Apparition.
She turned around and the dog just pissed on my leg. I forgot that we had a dog. And it just pissed all over my f***ing
Dog's
leg.
got issues.
My dog,
Pissing as
she's
far as-
dead. I killed her.
Oh,
for that.
what?
We got a new one. It's all right. She had issues, but I
Took her to the ocean.
Yeah, hemorrhoids. Had hemorrhoids.
When I'm in a hotel room, I'm too unrelaxed and too scared to sleep, so I leave the TV on and some lights on around. So there's
Is this
light.
for ghosts?
A little
Ghost
bit.
and or burglars.
Somebody breaking in.
Bad guys?
Bad guys.
Yeah.
Bad guys.
actors.
Yeah, bad actors.
Yeah.
Russian terrorists trying to
Gotta
take
worry
over
about the
school.
ops coming
Got
to
the
get
ops
you.
going crazy, dude.
The ops going
The
crazy.
boss has the ops going crazy.
So I would understand. Here's what I'll say. I'll meet you halfway.
Okay.
TV for the ghost.
Okay.
I'm not trying.
TV's for the TV's the ghost.
I'm not trying to have the TV off and see a child in a sailor's outfit standing
my
by the door.
God.
Because I'll tell you what,
There's not even
nothing wrecks a Jack weekend more than a ghost. I was at the port in Baltimore, and they put you at a historical site. It's a hotel across the way.
I don't like any of that.
And I walked in and I saw a historical site. And I went 100% haunted.
Yeah.
And then I went.
I'd rather sleep in an Indian burial ground.
Yeah, dude. That's what it
That,
feels. And then
yeah.
I got one jerk the whole weekend because I just felt bad. Like, what
was
if
in
this,
the pool.
Yeah. What if this ghost is just sitting there like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I slipped off a ladder and broke my neck, and now he's got to watch me be like, oh, fuck.
Can we do a seance with like a real seance person and bring your mother back?
It's not
Do you feel-
real.
Huh? You don't know
Seances
that?
aren't real.
What if she comes back?
We'll do.
What if she-
I'll do a seance for my parents in New Orleans during Skankfest.
Yes! Can we do
get,
that?
We get a witch doctor.
Can we do that for Reg?
Right?
I don't think that's a good idea. I've been to the spirit realm.
I did a ghost tour in New Orleans
I
with
did too.
James.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Did you go by the one that was like the most haunted house in
Of
New
course,
Orleans? That
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but everyone does the same tour. That's the problem with the ghost tour. Is every tour you see like other people leaving that site and they're saying the same exact speech.
I yelled out information before the next group went up. I went, Nicolas Cage owns that house, and there's a bunch of there's a bunch of ghosts that it was a furniture store and they covered it in blood. And they go, oh.
We do a seance. We bring your parents back for Skankfest.
Yeah.
We'll hire a real fucking whatever that thing is.
We come back and we go, it took Lewis to the other side.
What if the mom follows him back to fucking Jersey?
Lewis goes, hey, guys, I know we were having fun down there. It's causing me some real
Yeah,
problems.
I'm missing $30 out of my wallet every day.
Also, my pool is blood every morning. I wake up, my pool is blood. Hot blood.
When my father died, my brother and I argued about the ashes.
Yeah.
So then I go, just split them up. But I go, make sure my brother gets the upper half and I get the bottom half. Because if a ghost haunts you, you'd rather hear footsteps than the actual, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Have you ever been haunted?
I don't really think so.
Uh-oh. Sounds like someone has a traumatic event.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. No.
What happened? Why don't you
I
go ahead
heard
and
a
tell
little
us?
girl. I heard a little girl's voice once in my house, but that's it.
That's a haunting.
Go on.
That's
Go
it.
on.
That's all that happened. I literally.
No,
just heard
there's
a
something
girl
else
singing.
happened.
What did it say?
It said, one day in the future, you're going to go on a podcast with two guys and you have to kill them, slit their throats before they get in their cars and get in the parking lot. And if you don't, you will never be avenged. You will never survive the curse.
Wow.
That's why I'm here.
When I first went out there, like I had to stay out there for a couple weeks. Yeah, I hated it because there was no noise. Like I couldn't hear the highway.
Yeah,
I grew up near the highway.
Yeah, there's highway. In Dallas, there's highway everywhere. Every fucking road is a
so
highway.
if I couldn't hear
basically.
like it kind of freaked me out. But I don't know. One day I just started liking it. It is definitely haunted though. Ghosts are real. I hear a little girl laughing at night. It's either a ghost or it's some little bitch sneaking onto my land and fucking with me or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You hear a little girl laughing.
Yeah. Or
How
maybe
often?
my uncle's with me. Somebody's with me. But I hear it sometimes when I'm in the garage. Like,
dude, that sucks.
I don't fuck with my cars like until it's like 1 a.m. That's when I'm like the most awake.
Oh, interesting.
And I was getting really frustrated. I was laying under the car. I was getting really frustrated. And I just laid there. Like I just gave up. I was like, man, fuck this. And then I just hear like laughing. And my uncle told me once that if you hear like ghosts or spirits that you're supposed to say like you're not welcome here, like leave or some shit.
Sure.
Nah, I'm not gonna piss her off more. Like,
first of all, I love that your uncle thinks he knows how to deal with ghosts. That's awesome. It's like, oh yeah, you have to say a specific thing, and they have to listen to you.
It worked on me. Like he's like, you're not welcome here, and I left my own house.
I have one scary ghost encounter.
Okay.
Yeah. So I grew up in a house in Iowa. It was built in like the late 1800s. My whole life, my parents were like, this is a haunted house. I leave. I go away for the military. I leave. I'm gone for 4 years. I come back, go to college, and it's like my second day back after being gone for like 4 years. And I'm cooking eggs in the kitchen. And then I hear hello, and I was like, no. You know, so then I start cooking again.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So I start cooking again because I'm like, there's no way. Start cooking again. And then I hear, hello. And I turn and I look, and there's a little girl in the kitchen. And I went, ah! And then she went, ah! And it was my next door neighbor who my mom would make lunch for. My mom would make lunch for. I was gone for 4 years. She never once went, hey, there's going to be a 5-year-old here. So I just looked at a 5-year-old and saw her and went, ah! And she went, ah! I thought I was looking at a fucking ghost.
Holy shit. I thought you were too. I was like, how have you never told me this
She started scream crying. And as she ran out of the house, my mom was like, did you yell at Hannah? And I was like, well, I didn't know it was Hannah. I thought it was like,
my God.
And then I'm like a 24-year-old being like, no, I was scared that it was a ghost.
Yeah. He's just in the military for 4 years. Like, I was scared. It was a ghost.
The one thing that I was a little concerned about was that I've never seen a child in my apartment building.
Dude, this is kind of spooky. It's a spooky story.
I was telling other people, and they were like, it sounds like it was a ghost.
That's what I was thinking.
That was my exact first thought. It was a ghost.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I've never seen families.
Are
like,
you sure
leaving.
you weren't just like unbelievably high?
It was in the morning. I just woke up.
What difference does that make? Wake and bake.
That's my first, the highest I get. It was the first drag.
It's been 12 hours since your last
we're basically
tote.
on a reset.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ghost? You seem like a lady who's seen a ghost.
No. Have
Really?
you?
Think harder, because you
No, I
really
have
seem
not.
like a lady that's seen a ghost.
Look behind you right now.
Jesus.
Have you?
No, the ghost of my cat jumps up on my bed reliably, meaning if I go and stay at my mom's house and sleep in my old bed, in the morning I'll wake up by the ghost of my cat jumping on the bed. And I'm hungry for that stuff. I love the unexplainable. But when I say it happens every time, it's bizarre. It's really bizarre.
Really?
Yeah. And I feel it. It crawls up on me. And I'm like, hi, Clem. It's Clem. It's not Marm. It's Clem.
As in Clementine?
Clementine,
Oh,
who died in
that's-
the house, and Marm snuggled right up on him and purred. It was beautiful.
Oh.
So I think Clem's still rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Or just like it could, look, it doesn't seem the flavor of our conversation, but it could just be like some weird, confusing, all time is happening simultaneously. So Clem is just kind of in the house, not as a spirit, but just like a glitch.
Yeah.
I heard this shit on Art Bell, the best explanation for ghosts ever, which was it's actually not ghosts. It's time is happening at once. And so like in a place where some shitty thing happens, because like we perceive time as like being in the moment that we're in right now, but that suicide is like on repeat. It's happening over and over and over and over. And that's what a ghost is. A ghost is just like a kind of echo, a temporal echo that's sort of like trapped in this dimension and is bouncing around
Right.
in there. It's like not so much an entity. Though on the other hand, man, I've talked to many people who say, well, yeah, maybe, but there's like a whole ecosystem, so to speak, of sentient, disembodied beings that are around us at all times. And you say that, you sound crazy, you know, but it wasn't that long ago that people didn't know there were germs. They didn't know there was bacteria.
There's two things where people stutter. It's when they see a shark, it's like, shark. And then you know what the other one is?
What?
Did you want to guess?
What, the other one that makes you stutter?
Yep. There's only two.
Well, everything I'm thinking of is I don't know if I should say.
Go for it. Ready?
Yeah.
Ghost!
Oh, like from Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Yeah, like whenever it's a shark and ghost, people suddenly have a stutter. Can you imagine if Joe Biden saw a ghost or a shark? Like, that guy's already got a stutter. He'd be 9 hours.
He's a ghost.
Yeah, he is.
He's a ghost. He's like, me.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for watching this entire video right here on Joke World.
I don't know why that's how the ghost sounds, but actually, thank you for watching this video. And if you're new here, check out part 1 of the best comedian ghost stories that'll be on the end screen right after this. That's right, this isn't even our first video about ghosts, and it probably won't be our last, so you should press subscribe. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. Also, I put the glasses on so I didn't have to cut holes in this sheet because I'm gonna return it right now. But I can't see anything, and every time I breathe, this sucks into my mouth, so this is not worth it at all. But have a good night, or video, whatever. It's so hot in here. All right. What a mess.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.